point of sale systems or POS systems, whatever you'd like to call it. Let's discuss how you're going to have an e-commerce site and collect money. Sound good? Cool. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Benson. I'm a business consultant and mindset coach for boutique owners. I love that you're back here. This is a topic that I love to talk about with everyone because every one of my clients is boutique owners. They are always talking about point of sale systems. Which one's better? Which one's not? It's very confusing. So I'm glad that you're here. When I had my boutique, honestly, there was never the amount of options that you guys have right now. It's insane. My boutique was open from 2011 to about 2016. And while yes, some of the things that exist now existed, there's just so much more. The world is so much more open. And I think that makes it so much more confusing. So let me walk you through, because what I'm gonna take this from is a perspective of what's gonna be best for you and what's gonna help you scale. So when I worked in corporate retail, we had these very advanced point of sale systems, reporting systems. I mean, it was overwhelming and wonderful all at the same time. You could pull sales from like 10 years ago. It was insane. Now, those are very expensive. They don't exist for boutique owners, honestly, and you don't need all that, okay? I worked for brands that had like 186 stores, like 300 stores. You just don't need that, okay? So let's talk about the two most popular ones that I think you're gonna want to understand and know the difference of. So the first one is Shopify. Shopify is my absolute favorite system. I feel like it is totally compatible for a boutique owner for a lot of different reasons. Here's what's great about it is you can have a storefront online, very nice, don't have to pay for themes, don't have to design a lot. We on our Shopify website, that's like a tester site, we use it for a couple sales of things, of our boutique CEO merchandise. On that site, we don't have a specialized theme. We did not pay for anything extra. We use the theme that Shopify gives us. We are happy with it. It works. It's great. Okay. So you can get up and started on Shopify very quickly. The other piece about it is that if down the line you want to add a brick and mortar, you want to do pop events, you have a mobile boutique, everything is interchangeable. So it's all one inventory is housed in one place. All the sales are housed in one place, but you can have multiple storefronts. So it's really great because it allows you to grow and scale. So let's say you have a brick and mortar right now, but you're using some other POS system and you want to have an online store. Guess what? Shopify is going to be the best for you because you're going to be able to check people out in store. It's going to deduct the inventory so no one online can buy it. Amazing, right? Simplified inventory is one of the greatest things that has happened in e-commerce shopping platforms. The other reason I love Shopify is because you can make it your own. You can add all these apps. Yes, it costs extra money, but a lot of the apps are really worth it. And you can add apps as you grow. So when I say apps, you almost want to think about it as an embellishment. So you're gonna get a basic t-shirt with Shopify. You're gonna get what you need. It's gonna work, it's gonna function. And then over time, you're gonna say, well, I need this. I wanna add this functionality. And think of that as decorating your white t-shirt with puffy paint, sparkles, glitter. Maybe you cut it up a little bit, okay? You're customizing that white t-shirt, that Shopify blank canvas. You're customizing it by installing apps into Shopify. Adding those apps is really gonna help you sometimes grow your business. Now, yes, is the pricing expensive? I guess. But here's the thing, for $29, you can get set up with basic. That's what I suggest to everyone. The $79 or more expensive plans, those are great for when you grow, for when you want more reports, when you want more flexibility, when you want more access to things. Frankly, I like the $79 one because you do get very specific reports that with most of my clients in my mastermind, I'm able to go in and analyze their data from the $79 reports, which is great. It's so helpful. And to be honest with you, like if you're at a level where you're doing even $15,000 to $20,000 a month, you really should be on the $79 plan. You're gonna get so much more information, so much more analytics. It's so much better. I love Shopify. I think it's an all-encompassing solution. There's so many apps, there's so much things that you can do. You can send invoices from it. Tell me below, do you have questions about Shopify? I want to hear them. I'm going to jump in now to talk about CommentSold, which is another popular e-commerce platform, okay? But tell me down below if you have questions about Shopify or if you're worried about something. Also, I would love for you to smash that like button and hit subscribe because yes, of course, I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers. And maybe you're watching this when I already do, but if you're watching this when it comes out, I'm going for it this year. So let's get there. I need your help. CommentSold. So this is a really cool e-commerce platform that was developed by a husband and wife team. The wife had a boutique business. The husband decided to kind of augment what she was having trouble with and create a solution for it. So he said, wow, she's really struggling. She's doing a lot of live sales, a lot of selling in her Facebook group, but she didn't have a good platform for her Facebook live selling. So that's really what CommentSold grew out of, was the idea that you can post an item on your Facebook, a customer can say sold with the size, and automatically CommentSold sends an invoice to that customer and says, hey, we've reserved that item. Here you go. You have 2 hours to pay, or you have 6 hours, whatever. You have time to pay. Go pay your invoice and then we'll ship it. What CommentSold is really good at doing is supporting live sellers, supporting people that are very much going for their online business to be their front and center business, and that you're doing Facebook live sales and you have a really great active community. Personally, if I was talking to you offline, I would tell you that I think CommentSold is the best app and the best platform for live selling. So if you're watching this, you're like, I'm gonna do Facebook live sales, honestly, go for CommentSold. The thing about CommentSold is that it's still new, okay? Shopify is like an old platform. CommentSold is maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. It's pretty new in the boutique industry. They're growing really quickly. They have an incredible team. It's still a small enough team that like you're gonna get a lot of help, get a lot of great customer service. But what I will say is that there are some pieces and parts of the application that just don't work yet. So if you're selling a lot through Facebook Live and then you decide I'm gonna open a store, CommentSold will not support an in-store point of sale system, POS system, okay? That's not a big deal because here's the thing. CommentSold and Shopify work together. So is it great to have to pay 2 fees? But the more money you make, honestly, the more money you have to spend on these products anyway. It's just like how it goes. More money, more opportunities to spend money, you know? And to be honest with you, CommentSold is such a good partner for someone who wants to sell live because they just have the capabilities to do it. You can have an app built right in. That's a great benefit if you wanna have app and do app sales just for your boutique. It's so cool. And I will say that they do give you a really nice storefront, but if you want to zhuzh it up, you will probably have to hire someone because it's not quite as basic as Shopify where you can kind of figure it out yourself. So it has a great online storefront, but if you want to make it like any fancier, you probably will have to hire someone. Okay, so let's talk CommentSold pricing. It's a bit more spendy than Shopify, and one of the reasons that I think it's a little bit more expensive and why it's not for everyone is because they do take a % commission from what you sell. So a basic plan is gonna run you $49, but you're gonna have a 5% commission on your sales that automatically gets taken out and given to CommentSold. For a business level, the more expensive, that has a little more beefiness to it, it's gonna be $149, and they're gonna take 3% of your sales in commission. Now, yes, you get a ton of great support. Is the commission worth it? Probably. What I have found though, is that if you are gonna use something, and this goes across the board, anything you do where there's a commission structure or additional fees based on your sales, you wanna cover that in your pricing. So I've met a couple people who are using CommentSold and feeling like they're not making enough money. Well, it's because their pricing was kind of off. They weren't taking into consideration this commission piece of it. Off the top of everything, 5% of sales, 3% of sales is going right to them. Is it worth it? Yeah, it probably is. But do you need to factor it into what you're doing? Yeah, 100%. So the thing about Shopify is it's a pretty set price. You know what you pay, you get billed. CommentSold, it's gonna be a little bit up and down, right? It's gonna be a little bit more some months, it's gonna be a little bit less some months, but it's gonna go with how your business grows. So if your business grows, you pay a little bit more, but it's scalable with what you're doing. Okay, so if you like this comparison, don't forget to smash the like button and hit subscribe. And here's what I'll tell you is my big takeaway. If you plan to do live sales, that's your thing, you absolutely love it, please go talk to CommentSold. They are the industry experts in this. They are just leading the way. I couldn't recommend them any more than I feel like I'm doing right now, okay? Shopify, if you just simply want an e-commerce store, you simply want to have a brick and mortar, you are just going to sell online and that's your thing and you want to make it easy, Shopify is a great place to start. That's my big takeaway. That's my big differentiation between the two, where I always say, if you do a lot of live selling, go this way. If you don't, go this way. But do I think things are constantly changing? Yes. Am I probably gonna have to update this video in a year? Yes, but hopefully this helped you. Thanks so much for joining me. This was a really fun topic, and I'll see you next week right back here. Here's to making lots of friends and making lots of money. Bye.